Albert Einstein, a name synonymous with genius left behind not only revolutionary scientific theories, but also timeless reflections on life, imagination, and human nature. His words continue to inspire those seeking deeper understanding and meaning. The most important things in life cannot be measured or calculated. They reside in the heart and the spirit. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. A mistake is not a failure, it is simply an opportunity to begin again, this time with greater wisdom. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. It is not so much about having all the facts, but about learning how to think. Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Never learn just for the sake of passing exams. Learn because understanding life itself is the greatest reward. In the darkest moments, only those who believe in the existence of light will be able to see it. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. A life without exploration is a life without meaning. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. The greatest power a person holds is the ability to change themselves. The most valuable possession of a human being is their ability to think independently. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Lucius Annaeus Seneca, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, shared profound insights on resilience, virtue, and the fleeting nature of time. His reflections continue to guide those seeking wisdom and tranquility in a chaotic world. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. He who is brave is free. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. No man was ever wise by chance. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. He who fears death will never do anything worth living for. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Benjamin Franklin, one of America's founding fathers, was a master of practical wisdom, combining shrewd observation with a deep understanding of human nature. His words offer timeless guidance for both personal growth and civic life. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Well done is better than well said. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Energy and persistence conquer all things. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Lost time is never found again. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. He that can have patience can have what he will. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. The doors of wisdom are never shut. Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Diligence is the mother of good luck. A slip of the foot you may soon recover, but a slip of the tongue you may never get over. Honesty is the best policy. When you're finished changing, you're finished. Genius without education is like silver in the mine. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. Happiness consists more in small conveniences or pleasures that occur every day than in great pieces of good fortune that happen but seldom. Leonardo da Vinci, the archetype of the Renaissance man, left behind not only breathtaking works of art but also powerful reflections on curiosity, nature, and the pursuit of truth. Learning never exhausts the mind. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. Art is never finished, only abandoned. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. Time stays long enough for those who use it. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. While I thought that I was learning how to live, I have been learning how to die. Experience does not err. Only your judgments err by expecting from her what is not in her power. The knowledge of all things is possible. Nature is the source of all true knowledge. Life without love is no life at all. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. Iron rusts from disuse. Water loses its purity from stagnation. Even so does inaction sap the vigor of the mind. Study without desire spoils the memory, and it retains nothing that it takes in. A well-spent life is long. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor of Rome, left a legacy of introspective and transformative wisdom in his private journal, Meditations. His reflections remind us how to live with integrity, courage, and serenity. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. Receive without pride. Let go without attachment. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Today I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it, because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. Remember, matter, how tiny your share of it. Time, how brief and fleeting your allotment of it. Fate, how small a role you play in it.